On May 1st, the Department of Revenue decided to raise the price of motor vehicle and driver's license records that we have in our possession because of our duties with regard to licensing and registering cars. These aren't records that any of your constituents buy on a regular basis. In fact, they would have no reason to purchase them unless they had something along the lines of a DWI or something like that. These records are purchased by companies, insurance companies for the most part, and some certain other companies that have a business model where they have a need for the records. We're going to increase the price of the records to upgrade some internal equipment and systems that we have that we don't have any appropriations from the General Assembly as far as general revenue to do. The money in that appropriation, this would be the money from these records. It's the revenue that we derive from these record sales. This is not, let me repeat, this is not GR. It is not money coming from any constituent of yours. It is not tax dollars. These would be record fees that nobody is under any obligation to buy unless they choose to. We can't force them to buy them. We can't make them buy them. Nobody on God's green earth has to buy these records. Some companies have told us, we won't buy another record from you at all. And I said, that is your choice. Whether that fits your business model or not, I don't know. But I've also had very large companies approach me and say, Omar, I do not care about the cost. I just want to know if I still have access to the records. I will go back and I will scrub my records and see exactly what I need, because we don't think we need your entire database. That's exactly what they did, and they determined that they didn't need to purchase all of our records and will no longer be purchasing all. They'll just purchase what they need from us. The entire goal of this process is to take the 23 some odd disparate systems that we have and bring them all under one database. OAIT is telling us right now that they can't even recruit college students to help support our system because it's older than me. They're not even teaching this stuff in college anymore. We're stuck in the 70s with our system. We can't ask the General Assembly for GR infusion to pay for it. We don't have any other way to upgrade this system. The impact of you all saying we can't do this, which you all have the ability to do through the appropriations process going forward, would be we'd be stuck with a 30-plus-year-old system and no way to maintain it.
Our concern is not about the department getting a new system. This is about government being reasonable and responsive to its citizens and working with the impacted constituencies, which, in our opinion, the department did not do. The director stated there's no reason for a constituent to purchase these records. There's no requirement. Citizens don't even know DOR has them. You know, if you purchase insurance or you have a job, you have to have these things. Insurance agents have to purchase these things every time they run a record. These are charged back. The directors indicated that agents charge or pay as much as 30 bucks. I've never seen that in my life. Average independent insurance agent pays around $2 to $2.25 for these because the department charges $1.25. Our agents buy them from bulk purchasers, run them through the company systems. The average cost is very minimal. It's a very good deal for the citizens of the state of Missouri. So this is going to be real problematic for the citizens of the state of Missouri. And if the cost goes from approximately $2 or a little over to $8 or $9, I can guarantee you this is going to be passed back to the consumers. It may not be a tax increase on the entire citizenship of the state of Missouri, but it's going to be a tax on every driver that purchases insurance. Thank you.
While we may not be headquartered in Missouri, our Carfax product is produced out of a data center right here in Columbia that employs 124 people in highly skilled information technology jobs. So we spent, over the last several years, several $million building that facility and expanding that facility, and we're committed to Columbia and the state of Missouri and continuing to hire here in Missouri. A couple of points that the director made that I need to clarify. The DPPA does, that's the Driver's Privacy Protection Act, certainly doesn't require that anyone buy these records. It does require that the DMV make them available for certain, to comply with certain federal statutes, among them the federal recall statute. That is something that all the manufacturers rely on Polk to help them with. And you cannot carry out recalls one record at a time or with a subset of the records. You need the entire database to find all the cars. Finally, or not finally, but another point is $7 being the true cost for the department to produce these records, whether it's electronically or on an individual lookup basis. A week ago, to produce our file, and we get a weekly file, it cost you know, on average, less than a quarter penny per record. This week, it costs 300,000% more, $7 a record to produce that file. We cannot, our business model cannot survive absorbing that kind of cost. It would cost us $42 million a year to buy the data that we buy now in the state of Missouri, making it far and away the most expensive state to do business with. No jurisdiction. We buy title and registration data. Now I want to make that clear. The department deals with title and registrations. They deal with driver's records. We buy the title and registration data. No state denies us bulk access. We get bulk records and we get them at cents per record, not, or less than that.
You buy from all 50 states?
All 50 states plus Canada. And
so 40. Do you provide for the committee that information?
I can tell you around.
Is it contractually, like, is that a contractual? Like,
it's contractual. We sign agreements and it's contractual. In Nebraska, it's in statute.
So every state, what you're telling this committee is every state has its bulk rate? For
title and registration records, yes.
Thank you.
And it's an average of 2 cents per record, by the way. So. I just want to end by saying this decision puts Polk and Carfax out of business in Missouri. We cannot continue at this price.
In no way is the department denying anybody access to bulk records. The issue is the price they wanted to pay from. In no way are we preventing anybody from coming to us and talk to us about how they want these records provided. We've had companies approach us and say, and I think I testified about this before, we no longer need to buy all your records. Can you tell us what you're able to provide to us and how? And we've worked with those companies and said, we can provide the records that you need and you won't need to buy all 4 million. They made a business decision to purchase the records that they needed. Explore, the other companies have not approached the department once to say, can we work on our ability to access your record? All they said is, we're going to sue you if you raise the price.
Real quick, Cooper,
can we just sell Omar? We got, what, 9 days left, and I assure you that each body can pass something in these last 9 days to stop you from what you're doing. And I'd rather not do it. Can we not have some agreement that you will let these people that are doing these bulk purchases continue at the price that they've had in the past, at this $0.25 cent, until we can work something that's reasonable out? I mean, you know, these boys over here at Columbia got 124 people that spend millions of dollars, and you're killing them. I mean, it's not. The point is, you're going to put these people out of business. And by God, I didn't come over here to do that, and I don't think you should either. And I think if we could get your word right now that we're going to go back and charge $0.25 cent until we can come to some reasonable solution. Because if not, I'm going to go down there and have to draft something right now and poke it on every bill out there. And I think Senator Logger and I think every member of this committee is going to try and look out for these people because you've done them wrong.
Representative,
that's the bottom line.
I do not believe that we've done them wrong. And
we've done some studies with the larger insurers in the state as to what this will cost us. We get records from vendors, obviously for underwriting purposes, for rating. This will cost your constituency between $15 and $20 million a year for increase that'll come directly on automobile rates, which is a tragedy considering we're probably the 37th best competitive auto rating state in the nation right now.